Okay, so it looks like I'm recording great. So thank you for joining the call. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so welcome to the monthly vendor webinar training series. My name is Kevin, and the topic that we will be covering for the month this week is creating and using lead stages. The agenda for today's training is going to include creating lead stages, how we use them. So that's going to include creating a new stage lead and then updating existing lead stages. And then the final part of this training is we're going to use the lead stages with a form, so this will be a little more of a live demo of how it works. Is there any questions as far as how, as far as the agenda for this afternoon?
Nope, it looks good.
All right, great. Give me 1 second and I will get into my program here. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do as far as creating the lead stage is we want to be in the lead management tab. So if you're not there already, all you need to do is click on the gray ribbon below your name and you'll see lead management available. So the first thing that we'll need to do is click on the settings tab. All right, so what we need to do is you'll need to create the new task type. So this would be the basic workflow of how the lead stages work. So to do this, you're going to need to click on the new task type button. All right, so that should show up here. You can go ahead and name your task type. So I'll use my test company name, so we'll go with. We'll just call it Wayne Enterprises client call. Okay, so everything will be in alphabetical order, so I'll be towards the bottom. And now I've created my task. All right, so, or my lead, for example. The next thing that we're going to need to do is create the lead stages. Okay, so to do this, you're going to see this plus button right here where it says new task stage, and I'll click here. And then I can name the stage. So typically the workflow that I'll have is very, very simple. You can make it as simple or complex as you want. As far as client calls, I'll just start with something simple such as contact submits information. All right, I can name that. I can use the description if I so choose. The stage group. So this is the simple process of it. Either it would be new, in process, and then this would be determining the success or failure of what's in process. Since submitting contact information, I think that's very obvious that it would be something that would be new as far as the stage. So I'll do that, and then the stage type. So it looks like this would be the task we just created. So now that I have this, I will go ahead and save. And then as you'll see, I just went ahead and created this new stage here. All right, so I'll build out something a little bit more of a workflow here. So I'll add a new stage. Let's say receives information. Okay, and then what I'll do is set up something in process such as Wayne Enterprises rep receives contact information. And then I'll add another one here. Wait, my fault. Okay, and then the next part is after my representative receives the contact, they reach out to the contact to schedule a call. So I'll put that as in process. I'll save that. Okay, so now we've built out something that's a little more in process from what's new. So we go from submitting contact information to somebody receives the information and then they reach out to the client. Let me just make sure this is in order. It looks like it is. All right. So the next thing that I'll do is I'll create a new task stage where it's success or failure. So this we can set up in two parts. Okay, so the success would obviously be client schedules a call, or contact schedules a call. And this would be success. Right now we can just save this. There's the option that you'll see where it can automatically convert to an opportunity. Right now we're not going to do that, so I'll save here. And then I'll set up one last stage here. All right, so maybe the contact that my representative reached out to is non-responsive. So that would go under the failure as a stage group. All right, so now what we've just done is we've created the basic workflow for our lead stages. All right, so the next thing that we're going to need to do is add this to one of our forms. So what you'd need to do next is you need to go to the Site Center. So by clicking on the Lead Management tab, you'll see the Site Center available here. And then you want to go to the Forms tab. Contact here. All right, so let's take this demo form, for example. Or actually, let me take something that would have some data. I'm sorry, I'm just finding a form where I know I can get some data from when I search. All right, so let's use this form for example here. All right, so what we would need to do in order to add that workflow, the lead stages to a form, is you need to click on the Distribution tab here. Okay, once ready, click the Edit button. And what you'll see is you can set up your stages. It would be right here. Set the stage 2. You'll click the pencil. And then you'll see the Wayne Enterprises client call lead stages that we set up. And then we just click on what's new here. And then anything that is submitted would automatically have this lead task flow attached to it. Now that I'm done, I can go ahead and click Save. All right, so now to see the real-time demonstration of this, we'll go back to the Lead Management tab. And then what you'll see is the Leads tab right here. Okay, now as you'll see, as far as your type, when you search, you'll see now that we have the lead stages here that we just created. So we can click here. And then all we need to do is click on our search. I would try to keep my search as vague as possible. Maybe we keep it to all users, no dates, anything like that. We'll click search. All right, so as you'll see, any forms that were submitted that had this lead stage attached to it would appear here. Unfortunately, this time there aren't any. Okay, is there any other additional questions that we have as far as the workflow?
Nope, not as of present.
Okay, great. So thank you again for joining. If you do have any other questions, definitely feel free to reach out via email at service@structuredweb.com. Our 24/5 support numbers are listed. We have live chat, which is available 24/5, and you can always visit our online support center at support.structuredweb.com. So thank you again for joining, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, you got it.